Hey guys, that Gamer coming at you with some Dragon Ball Fighterz gameplay. I actually got the game yesterday, I downloaded it, I got it installed, and unfortunately let it be my luck that as soon as I log on, as soon as I get everything done, the servers were down for about 2 hours, so I had to wait till about 12:30 at night to actually play this game and actually catch this gameplay. And I figured, this is my first YouTube video, so I might as well talk a little bit about the game, talk a little bit about my thoughts on it, and hopefully, if you differ with my opinion, if you want to add something else, if I missed something, go ahead and leave a comment down below and we can talk about it and discuss it. Now, let me just talk about Dragon Ball Z itself. Dragon Ball Z does have a special place in my heart. I used to watch this cartoon when I was younger, and I still watch it sometimes when I can catch it on TV from time to time. So I just had to have this game. I am not a big fan of fighting games. I don't play Street Fighter, I don't play Tekken. This is my first fighting game, and to be honest, I think I do pretty good, considering that I've never played a fighting game. And I really like this game. The graphics are great, the cutscenes look like you're actually watching the cartoon, and you just kind of wish it would just continue going. And I think that's what makes a game really good, is when you look at it and you just want to keep it going, and the animations are just great when you get a destructive finish in this game. I mean, I was literally blown away about how amazing this game looks. And maybe, that's just game nowadays, but to me, since it's my first fighting game, I was really amazed. I'm not sure how this compares to older Dragon Ball Z games, but since it's my first one, I'm really impressed by this game. Now, unfortunately, even though it is a new game, I do have a trouble finding a match. One of those things that I just really don't like. I like getting into a match like maybe, every couple minutes, but no, as soon as I get in the lobby, I try to get into a match. It's gonna take me about 5-10 minutes, give or take, depending what time of day it is, depending who's online. And then one thing I've also noticed that I was very surprised to see is that I was going against people that have played ranked play, very often, and I was kind of surprised. I'm like, okay, why am I going up against someone who's played a lot of ranked play matches, but this is their first casual match? And I just got destroyed in that gameplay. Maybe it would have been nice to see that, but I just felt like, no, I should not show that. That was pretty bad. I just got slaughtered there. So I guess that's one thing to keep in mind if you're thinking about buying this game. You're going to be put in with a lot of people who don't play casually. That's one thing that you got to think about when you're actually wanting to buy this game. You actually have to think, okay, I'm going to be put in with people who play ranked play, but barely play any casual, and you might be thrown in with those people. So I think that's really something to consider, but it's still a very fun game when you think about it. It's a very fun game. The mechanics of the game are actually pretty simple to learn how to do. I actually like it. That's what I like. I've never played fighter games before, so for me to pick up things pretty decently, I was very surprised. I usually think, okay, sometimes it's complicated, especially if you don't know the special moves or you don't know exactly what you're doing and you're just jumping around. I don't really know much about these kind of games, but it was actually very beginner friendly, which is something that I like. And of course, it does require skill if you plan on doing ranked play and if you plan on doing all of that. And I really like this game. I think it's worth the $60. I think if this game hits close to your heart, you're automatically gonna buy it. I think for anybody who's on the fence about it, just put into consideration that, yeah, you might have to wait a long time for a match, and you might get thrown in with someone who has far more experience than you do, but to be honest, it's still a fun game. I popped this in around 12 o'clock, 12:30, and I didn't stop playing until about 3 o'clock. It's just kind of like one of those games where you just lose track of time in. I really like games like that where you can just lose yourself and you just are fully amazed by it, and you're just like, wow, this is a game that I'm just taken back in awe of. And just those cutscenes, you wish they would continue to go on. And I want to talk about the story for a bit. Mainly the story is just a tutorial, but I think they did it in a very fun and interactive way that anybody who plays this game is going to want to play the story, because you just have those amazing cutscenes that look so realistic and look very similar to the cartoon itself. And I think that's what I really liked about it. I played the story for a bit. I'm like, okay, I just mainly want to play the multiplayer. I want to see how the multiplayer works. I think the lobby layout is pretty good. I've never played a Dragon Ball Z game, so I don't know if lobbies are normally like that, but I really liked how it was set up. How you can just walk around, you can go ahead and kind of talk to people, you have the game chat, and I think it's something different, considering that I'm mainly a COD game player and Overwatch. This is something very new to me. It's something very different, and I think for anybody who likes Dragon Ball Z, this game is just really gonna do it for you. And to be honest, I don't think there's really much else I can say. I'd say, you know, if you want it, go ahead and go buy it, because trust me, they sold out pretty fast, at least in my area. I had planned to go buy it, I think a couple days back, but they sold out, and so I had to wait for them to get a second shipment of it, and now I have it, and I couldn't be any more happier with my purchase. I think this is the kind of game where you're just gonna want to sit down on the couch, play, you know, play with a couple of friends, play with some family members, you know, if you have a son, go ahead and play with your son. If you have a daughter, you know, teach her how to play some video games, have some fun with it. I think it's just one of those really good family-friendly games, and one of those games that you can just really get competitive with. And to be honest, I think that's gonna be about it. I don't have that much else to say. You know, there's a lot of very good aspects about this game, and I think if you're considering buying it, I say go ahead and buy it. And I think that's just gonna do it for about this video, guys. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like below, leave a comment if you want to talk about some video games, and hopefully next week I'll come back with another video, maybe about Call of Duty, Overwatch, or maybe some Dragon Ball Fighterz gameplay. Until then, guys, have a good day.